just won't work. And then when she tells him to do anything, he gets mad and says that she's bossing him around.
Okay, I'm going to give you another perspective of why you should not add your husband or your boyfriend as a partner for a business that you established before them. But first, I'm going to give you a personal story time. And if you haven't watched that entire video, go back and watch it because she gives her own scenarios on why that's not a good idea. So story time. I was married at the time, and my husband at the time was pressuring me to file our taxes jointly together. Well, he had one of his family members, a cousin of his, that was filing his taxes, and he wanted me to use his cousin as well to file his taxes. Well, the first red flag was that this man had just got out of jail for tax fraud. The cousin, not the husband. So now this man was running his tax business through his wife's name, which is insane. Okay, she's probably locked up by now. So cousin, who is now preparing his taxes, approaches me and says, hey, we can save you some money on your tax expenses. But to do that, what we need to do is we need to put a percentage of your business in your husband's name. And by doing that, his earned income will offset your income earned for your business, and you won't owe as much taxes. And after he explained this to me, he then asked me how much a percentage of my business would I feel comfortable putting in my husband's name. Now, keep in mind, this was not a business that we started together. This was a business that I had probably about 4 years prior to me and him even meeting, let alone getting married. And I looked that man dead in his face with my husband sitting right next to me. And I told that man that I trust my own mother with my life. And I wouldn't feel comfortable putting 1% of my business in her name. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is a horrible idea, especially if your man has a 9-to-5, and especially if you have children that you have to provide for. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is a horrible idea, especially if your man has a 9-to-5, which produces his predominant income, and especially if you have kids that you're going to have to provide for. In case of a divorce, if that man is working inside of your business or you put a percentage of your business in that man's name, what will happen is that person will own a percentage of your business. However, the issue becomes that you can never own a percentage of his job. He works for somebody else. So if you get divorced, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one that's going to be providing for the children out of that marriage. And he's going to be in a position to pay you a little bit of child support, which we know does not cover all the expenses that it takes to raise a kid. You're going to be ass out. Because now, where you were making enough to maybe provide for your household and provide for your kids, you're going to owe that man a percentage of the profit. And he's not going to pay a percentage of the bills. So never, ever, 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 ever employ your man or add a percentage of your business and turn it over to your husband or your boyfriend. Now, if y'all start a business together, that's a different story. But if you have a business coming into that relationship or coming into that marriage, it would be in your best interest to keep that separate so that in case of a separation or in case of a divorce, you are still able to provide for your household and for your children. You can't split a job, okay? You can split a business. Don't say I didn't warn you.